Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us with Sophie from the Standard. I'm also here with Kelly Carney from the Communications Committee and Hannah Moreno from the Communications Committee. I'm going to turn it over to Sophie. Welcome, Sophie. So great to have you back with all of our wonderful Fremont educators. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and take over.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Brandon. Thank you, everybody. I am ready. I'm excited. This is the first time we have ever done a live stream Zoom meeting. So here's to firsts, right? Well, I want to tell you a little bit about your opportunity that's going on right now. And it's coming up at an expiration pretty soon on February 15th. So Brandon suggested we do this to reach out to you and let you know what an opportunity this is for those of you who are looking to get some life insurance. This is a special enrollment opportunity. We are only able to do these about every 2 years. So it's your chance to jump on board and get some life insurance. And Hannah, would you switch screens for me? Hannah, my Vanna White, thank you so much. So here, protect your paycheck with life insurance. During this special enrollment opportunity, you can get up to $100,000 in life insurance coverage without answering any health questions. Why is that a big deal? Well, because typically if you have to answer health questions, just based on statistics, 1 out of 4 people will not be able to qualify. Things like high blood pressure, diabetes, maybe a history of cancer that runs in your family, things like that can exclude you from the opportunity to get life insurance. So that's why these open enrollments are really important, is to help folks out who need the coverage, and that's the only way they can get life insurance. So that is why we are doing this right now. And again, it's going to end February 15th. So I'm going to give you a link at the end of this presentation where you can actually click that link and apply. So we'll make it super easy for you. You can also get some spousal coverage, which is a nice thing to do. You can get, if you get the $100,000 in life insurance for yourself, your spouse can get $30,000 without having to answer any health questions. Again, a nice opportunity, kind of a no-brainer. You literally just check the box and you can get it. Hannah, would you switch slides for me, please? So here, let's get the nitty-gritty. Oops, sorry about that. What does it cost? Well, first, let me clarify something. This is typically what's called a group guaranteed renewable term life insurance plan. Basically, that means it's for a term of time. As long as you are a CTA member, you are eligible to keep this insurance. And it is a group plan through CTA, which is why the rates are so affordable. Now, I'm going to use as an example, somebody in the 30 to 34 age category. You'll note that that is 1, 2, 3 categories down on the left-hand side. There you go. And if you were to draw your attention to 4 columns over, that's $100,000. That amount per deduction would be the light blue number. And I really need a magnifying glass to see that because my vision's going. So I'm guessing that is around is that $9.60? I think it's $9.60. And that's per payroll deduction. What a nice feature is that it comes right out of your paycheck, 10 paychecks out of the year. So once you sign up, if you remain a CTA member and you want to keep this until you retire, it just keeps going, keeps rolling over. However, the premiums will go up every 5 years. You'll see that the next bump is when you turn 35. And then the premiums will go up. I will say they go up pretty marginally, though. It's not a huge jump. So you'll see it's a pretty affordable plan, and it's a nice thing to offer family protection, if you will. Why do you need life insurance in the first place? Well, because I think it was Mark Twain that said the only 2 things that are certain in life are death and taxes. So eventually it's going to happen to everybody, hopefully way later than sooner. But life insurance is a way at the very minimum to pay for a funeral because somebody's got to pay for that. And life insurance does that. If you have family, if you have children and you're looking at putting them through college someday or paying for a daughter's wedding, or you want to pay off the house for the spouse, that's something you can do with life insurance. You choose who your beneficiary is. So you can list a relative, you can list a charity, you can put it in your trust. Basically, life insurance is a way to get peace of mind and financial security for your family members. So This is an opportunity to do that. Again, kind of a no-brainer because you don't have to answer any health questions. Now, what if you already have life insurance? Hopefully you do. A lot of people do, and it's a good idea to have it. Any financial planner will tell you you need to have life insurance. Now, if you already have some, do you have to cancel what you have? No, you don't. The beautiful thing about life insurance, no matter how many companies you have a life insurance policy with, once you, upon death, they must all pay a tax-free benefit to your beneficiary. So, for example, you may have a $50,000 or $100,000 policy with someone like State Farm, or you may have some with MetLife. You may have some through your bank. These are all great. You can have as many life insurance policies as you want. Again, upon death, they must all pay a tax-free benefit to your beneficiary. That being said, there really is no downside. You really want to just collectively get enough life insurance to take care of the financial needs of your family. That's the goal. So if you get 50,000 or 100,000 through us and 25 here, and again, collectively, you want to make sure you have enough life insurance to take care of your family. All right, I think next slide, please, Hannah. Again, your special enrollment opportunity is through February 15th. So looking at the calendar, has anybody noticed how time is flying with COVID? It's just like snap and another month is gone. So that is not far from now, about a week and a half. So if you, again, apply by February 15th, no health questions asked, you can get up to 100,000 or 100,000. You don't have to get 100,000. You could get 25, 50, 75, or 100, no health questions. For those of you who already have some life insurance with the standard, you are eligible to bump up to the next level that is offered with no health questions. So that's another incentive for people to get on board with some life insurance, because the next time we do a special enrollment opportunity, you're going to get to bump up to the next level. For example, let's say you already have 100,000, you get to bump up to 150. The next time we do a special enrollment opportunity in 2 years, you'll get to bump up to 200,000. But 200,000 is going to be the shelf. That's the maximum you'll ever get without having to answer health questions. After that, you have to answer health questions, and depending on if you get more life insurance, you're going to have to do what's called the paramed. It just means that they want to check you out. They draw blood. They want to make sure you're in tip-top shape, because it's a lot of insurance that they're giving. So that being said, there's also the family coverage options available. Again, you can get, if you get 100,000 in life insurance for yourself, you could get $30,000 for your spouse. No health questions asked. You can also get family coverage options for children. Up to age 26, you can get a $5,000 policy for your children, and that is a total of $1.20 per deduction. So it's just a nice way to make that complete package, if you will. All right, next slide, please, Hannah. There we go, all the pertinent information. Here's your snapshot, your enrollment dates. It started back in December. So for those of you who didn't know what was going on, it's been going on. It has, and it's coming to an end on February 15th. There's your enrollment website that I referenced earlier. It's super easy. I think, Brandon, I'm going to think that most people have that have already applied have done it through the web link, because it's super easy. You just click on, you hit the apply now button. It's a little orange button. It says apply now. And it's about a 5-minute application. You simply answer the questions on there. You pick the amount of life insurance that you are interested in getting, again, up to 100,000. And then you hit submit. And the nice thing is you will receive an email that says, thank you for your application. If they need additional information, they'll circle back with you. But if they don't, yeah, once you sign up, your policy goes into effect the first day of the month after you sign the electronic application. I had to say electronic because you actually have to click a button that says, I'm signing here. Technology, right? So that being said, once you hit that button, you will get that email. And if you do apply now, you will be enrolled effective March 1st. There I am, CTA benefits consultant, Sophie, that's me. And there's my cell number and my email address. So please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer questions. There's also Above that, there's a schedule an appointment. It's a link. You'll see that visit, or if you have a phone, you just snap that QR code in there and it'll actually bring you to a calendar. So you can pick a time and a day that works for you and we will reach out to you. We'll give you a call and answer any questions you have, walk you through the application. And it's just a way to get more one-on-one attention if you aren't comfortable, raising your hand in a chat room or anything like that. So again, that's an opportunity for you to actually get a scheduled appointment that fits your schedule, and we will reach out to you and help you along. Last but not least, there's always our dedicated CTA customer service department. They're fantastic. Let me tell you, they answer the phone in less than 30 seconds. And I know that for a fact because that's one of the reasons that CTA endorses the standard, because our customer support is really phenomenal. We believe in human beings answering questions. So we are there for you. Again, you can call that number. If, for example, you think you might already have some life insurance, but you're not sure, that's a good resource for you because they can pull up your policy while they're on the phone with you, tell you what you have, tell you what you're eligible for. It's kind of a one-stop shop, but there's all kinds of options for you to reach out if you need a little more information, or if you just want to go straight to that enrollment website, that again, right there, just click on that link and less than 5 minutes and you will be able to apply for the life insurance. So, Brandon, did I miss anything? Does anybody have any questions that they want for the greater good?
I don't think you missed anything. Hannah, will you stop screen share for just a second? Yeah, so I think that I think the very next thing was there any questions from the YouTube channel, Cal?
There weren't any questions because Sophie, did such a great job of explaining everything. But I actually have a question. The life insurance through the standard is very appealing. When you talked about being able to get it for my spouse, that made it even more appealing. I was like, oh, really? So could you go through that again and let us know up to what amount could we get for our spouses?
Yes, thank you. Great question, Kelly. So yes, it is appealing, right? Because not only do they not have to qualify by answering any health questions, they really don't even know about it. They don't have to sign anything, which could be scary, but nonetheless.
A little dateline.
Funny you say that, little dateline. I used to joke about, I don't think anybody's going to run over their spouse for $25,000, but on a given day, my spouse really pushes that envelope. But all kidding aside, yes, you can get life insurance. The maximum they can get, and this is based on the fact that you have at least $75,000. They could get a $30,000 life insurance policy because they can never get more than half of what you as a member get. Okay. Now, to make it easy and so that they don't have to answer health questions and you can get the maximum, would be you getting at least $75,000. That way they can get 30, right? And the nice thing, this is where it benefits those of you who have elderly spouses, like, way older. They only pay based on your age category. So Hannah Vanna White, can you bring up that, I don't know if you can bring up that screen presentation again where the premiums were? If you can, great. If you can't, no big deal. Oh, look at you. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Yes. So based on that 30 to 34 age range that I talked about before, so how we would do the math on that, if you had a $100,000 policy, I believe it's $9.60. I have to look at my booklet because I'm telling you, those numbers are so small on that screen that I literally cannot see them. So let me find it in my booklet, and that way I can tell you exactly without squinting. All right, 30 to 34. Yes, $100,000 policy for the member would be $9.60. If you wanted to get the $30,000 for the spouse, it's based on your age. So you would take $25,000 in that same category, which is $2.40. Oh, you magnified. Thank you. Thank you. Much better. So you would pay $2.40 for that $25,000 policy. And remember that dependent $5,000 policy I talked about, that's $1.20. You would add that $2.40 plus the $1.20, and that would get your spouse that $30,000 policy. So pretty good deal, right?
Yeah.
$343.60. I'm no math wizard, but I think that's what it is. $3.60 for a $30,000 policy. Again, that goes up every time you hit the next marker. So it's not like it's going to be that rate forever. But you know, even when you hit the grand old age of 35, that $25,000 policy goes from $2.40 to $3. Not a big jump, right? Another thing I will address is that you get to keep this as long as you remain a CTA member. So a question that comes up once in a while is, hey, what about when I retire, right? Good point. You can, if you choose to, keep the insurance if you become a CTA retired member, okay? For those of you who are closer to that than further away from that retirement, I know since COVID, there's people in their like early 30s going, I want to retire now. Now, realistically, if you are, say, within 3-4 years of retiring, it would behoove you to join CTA retired sooner than later. There's no penalty for doing it. And CTA retired, like everything else, their rates go up, right? So you can actually lock in your rate if you join early. So I always recommend to people, if you know it's within, earshot of you retiring, not a bad idea to join CTA retired. It's a one-time fee you pay, and it maintains your eligibility for all your member benefit plans. So word to the wise, if that's within earshot for you, may want to think about joining CTA retired lifetime. And then you can keep it if you want, as long as you choose to, right? That's it.
Great.
Did that answer your question, Kelly?
It sure did. Thanks, Sophie.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Sophie. I think the rest of all of this information has been put out in the communique every single week. So you can find links there to all of the sites that Sophie has spoken about today. And we will put more information out again in this week's communique and in next week's communique as well. We just want to make sure that everybody has the information and has access to this great benefit that is, sponsored and by CTA, as the Standard is one of our endorsed vendors. So thank you again, Sophie, for being here to answer questions and to give this wonderful presentation. We appreciate you and the Standard. And I'm going to post this on our Facebook page. I will link the direct links again to the Fremont, the landing page that that you guys have put up for us, that the Standard has put up for us. So it'll be easy for you to find if this is something that you're interested in. And again, I highly recommend scheduling an appointment if you have any questions. I did mine. It was 12 minutes. That's how long it took. Very easy. So thank you again for your time, Sophie.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Kelly and Hannah, for all of your technical support. And